TJ Trinity Studios, where we are always plugged into the matrix of entertainment. Sorry, we are so behind on the videos this week. It's been crazy. And I went to the eye doctor and they did a bunch of tests on me, so I'm really sorry about that. It is almost 11 o'clock at night and we're tired again, but we're going to do Urban Legends and I'm probably going to have to do the gameplay video. The videos are going to be out of order this week. I'm sorry about that. But we're going to read Animal Urban Legends. So, Webbs, you want to start us out? Webbs is with us. Say hi, Webbs.
Hey.
Hey.
There's a little bit in here.
Pick one and start.
Not to mention your favorite new shirt.
Let's read this one. The Bunyip is believed to be a giant cat-like creature with horns that is the subject of Australian Aboriginal folklore. The Bunyip is said to be a lake and cave animal, so it's amphibious, that lives somewhere in Australia. It stems from an Aboriginal folktale which describes the creature as a monster that lurks around swamps and lagoons, described as having a long neck and a body similar to that of an ox, hippo, or manatee. And that's all that says.
Should get show him that picture.
That's the picture.
Kind of like a chupacabra.
Not even close.
It's got the fangs of one.
Whatever it is, it's ugly.
Alright. Speaking of Chupacabra, let's go to Chupacabra. The first reported Chupacabra attack was in Puerto Rico in 1995. Since then, there have been alleged sightings of the blood-sucking critter across North America. Here is the picture of the Chupacabra. Did you get it?
Mm-hmm.
The legend of the Chupacabra, Spanish for goat sucker, is believed is believed to have originated in Puerto Rico, where the blood-sucking creature was reportedly first spotted in 1995. When it was first documented, the Chupacabra was said to have 4 legs, wide dark eyes, and 3 fingers. It also was described as having spiky hair on its back and small air holes in place of its nose, and being a vampiric creature that drains goats and small animals of their blood. In the late 90s, the story of the Chupacabra became local legend in Puerto Rico, with stories of its original sightings appearing on talk shows and in the media. The next sighting wasn't until the mid-2000s, according to Benjamin Radford, a paranormal investigator and author of Tracking the Chupacabra. That's when the creature supposedly re-emerged as a hairless coyote-esque animal. When alleged Chupacabra bodies turned up, scientists DNA tested them, identifying them as normal animals that were affected by... what?
Sarcoptic mange.
Sarcoptic mange. Their hair and fur had fallen out. However, mysteries and theories about the creature keep the legend alive to this day.
See, that one had a lot more to read than the one that I read. The one that I read was kind of just simple.
Yeah. Well, the Chupacabra is a legend that's been there for ages.
Scrolling. Here's one. The giant anaconda was supposedly spotted only once, but it's said the 130-foot-long snake is still slithering around the Amazon rainforest today. That is a big snake. That is a very big snake. If it's 130 feet long, that means its head would be at least that big.
No, thank you.
That's a big snake.
I don't want to...
That's terrifying.
I don't even want to see that picture, because now I'm going to have snake nightmares of the thing just coiling around me.
It's just a little anaconda. It's not the big one.
I don't care. The movies anacondas were... I don't know what possessed me to watch those, but...
Have you seen the movie Snakes on a Plane?
Yeah.
Throws the chihuahua at the snake.
Yeah.
Legend of this massive snake stems from a reported sighting in 1948 when a group of Brazilians supposedly captured a 131-foot-long snake in the Amazon rainforest. Okay, so it's 1 extra foot longer when they caught it. It gets bigger. Thus, the legend of the giant anaconda, or megaconda, was born. The world's largest documented snake is the green anaconda, but it's not to be confused with the legendary snake that is said to still exist somewhere in the Amazon, much of which is still undiscovered. Now, there actually is a prehistoric snake that was at least 130 feet long, or bigger.
And what was that?
That is the Titanoboa, which is, well, Titan boa. It's just a ginormous boa constrictor.
Was it a pet of the Titans? What?
Just read.
My bad. Ugh, snake.
I'm thirsty. You thirsty?
I got water over there.
I want a soda. Can I get a soda?
Yes, you can get us. Let's go up here to the Kraken, because I like pirates. The Kraken is described as a sea monster, or a giant squid-like animal that lurks in the oceans. Care to take a dive in the ocean anytime soon?
Mm-hmm.
I don't trust the ocean.
Here's a picture of the Kraken.
Yes, me. Scientists need to quit worrying about space and start worrying about the ocean.
According to legend, the Kraken is believed to be a giant sea creature with tentacles that lurks in the depths of the ocean. The story of the Kraken supposedly stems from Nordic tales that describe monsters with huge tentacles that roam the sea. A Danish historian, Erik Pontoppidan, do you know that one? Pontoppidan described the creature in detail in an account from 1755, saying the monster was round, flat, and full of arms. Then, in 1857, the remains of a creature believed to be a giant squid were spotted by a Danish naturalist, Jeppes Steenstrup, who supposedly saw a large sea creature's beak that had washed up on the shores of Denmark. Strup's observations of the giant squid are believed to be connected to early descriptions of the Kraken. But the tale of the cryptid is still very much alive today. Like in Pirates of the Caribbean, and supposedly the Kraken is controlled by Davy Jones. That's actually pirate lore and legends as well. In real pirates, not just the Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates scare me.
I like pirates.
I do too, but they're scary. You might sneeze wrong in front of a pirate, and they'll be like, "You're trying to steal my gold?" Blam! Shoot you with a musket. Just be like, "Ah, I sneeze."
What time are we at? 10?
Ooh. This thing has a weird picture. Not really.
Heck is that?
I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's a wee bit weird.
Kind of looks like Predator.
It's like lizard. It looks like a lizard from Spider-Man, but with hair. Like a really dramatic close-up of his eyes. The Lizardman of Scape or Swamp is said to be a scaly reptile creature that lurks in the town of Bishopville, South Carolina. Oh, it actually tells you where the picture was taken. A costume of Lizardman at the South Carolina Cotton Museum. Cool. The legend of the Lizardman started with a strange occurrence in the town of Bishopville, South Carolina in 1988. The story goes that a man named Christopher Davis got a flat tire while driving near the Scape or Swamp. Davis supposedly exited his car to fix the tire when he spotted a slimy green creature about 7 feet tall. It's said that the vicious lizard monster attacked Davis's car, which he reported in detail to the Lee County Sheriff's Office. Other reported sightings of the town's infamous Lizardman have described him as a dark, scaly creature with a tail, or an alligator with a short nose and long legs. Weird.
Yeah, that is weird. Ah, that dang snake again.
It's just a snake.
Legend has it that in Mongolia, death worm is a headless worm found in the Gobi?
Yeah, Gobi.
Gobi Desert that emits electricity from a lethal venom. Oh man, this is what the worm looks like.
Looks like Parasite.
Also known as what?
Algoi Korkoi.
Algoi Korkoi. What?
Algoi Korkoi.
Algoi Korkoi?
Yes.
I hope we're pronouncing that right. Or Ogli.
Olgoi.
Olgoi Korkoi. The worm-like creatures are believed to roam the Gobi Desert in China and Magnolia. They are described
I
as...
said Mongolia, not Magnolia.
I said Mongolia.
You said Magnolia. Magnolia is a flower, Mom.
I'm pretty sure I said Mongolia, but okay. Alright, they are described as red-colored, headless worms that emit electrical charge and a poisonous venom that can lead to instant death for any other creatures that come close. According to Magnolian...
Mongolia.
I did say this Mongolian folklore. Good golly, Miss Molly. Folklore. The worms hide in the sand, creating underground tunnels of sorts. So, like tremors?
Graboids.
Though it appears there has yet to be documented sighting or encounter with one of these cryptids, lore surrounding the infamous creature lives on. So if there's never been a sighting or an encounter, how did they come up with the legend?
I don't know. You could ask the same question with dragons, minotaurs, centaurs, satyrs, mermaids.
I think there's a mermaid on there.
Yeah, it has the mermaid of that one place, the Fiji or whatever.
Yeah.
I was gonna read that one, but that one had way too much to read. Ooh. Legend of the Thunderbird. Supposedly, a giant bird with an 18-foot long wingspan has been captivating people for decades. So, 18 feet long. That'd be like from the wall over there. Like all the way over there.
I think that's bigger than the length of our house.
Yeah. And then the picture they have is a drawing of a pterodactyl. The legend surrounding the Thunderbird is believed to stem from Native American folklore about flying animals of the same name. That actually makes sense, because, like, tribals and, like, Indians and stuff believed that there was, like, different gods of the sky, and each one was, like, different elements. Like, whenever it would storm, they believed that there was a giant flying creature in the clouds keeping the shadows overhead while it created the thunder. Yeah.
Cool.
They were very mystic peoples.
Yeah.
One of the earliest and most famous documented sightings of the mysterious flying creature dates back to 1860, when Arizona newspaper The Tombstone Epitaph published an article about men on horseback who shot a winged monster out of the sky. The creature, thought to be a pterodactyl-like animal with an 18-foot longer wingspan, became known as the Thunderbird. Wait, so they actually, like, shot a bird that was that big out of the sky?
What is this?
I want to see pictures of this creature.
It's probably in a museum.
How come whenever humans see something weird, their first response is, "Oh God, kill it"?
Oh. About threw the name tablet. That scared me.
I'd much rather you didn't throw my tablet, please. It's got a pretty good case, but I don't think it'll protect from straight up throwing it.
Probably not.
What are you talking about, Tony? Probably go through our wall. And be perfectly fine. Our wall, on the other hand,
The Loch Ness Monster, Nessie, is part of a famous tale about a sea monster that lives in Loch Ness, Scotland. Here's the picture that's on Unsolved Mysteries. According to Scottish folklore, a monster known as Nessie, or the Loch Ness Monster, lurks in the lake called Loch Ness in the Scottish Highlands. According to Encyclopedia Britannica, sightings of her may go back to the Pict ancient people who lived in eastern Scotland, as stone carvings of a mysterious beast with flippers have been discovered. The earliest written mention of the legend comes from the year 565, when a man known as Saint Columba spotted the monster in Loch Ness that was going to attack him swimming in the lake. Legend has it that Columba successfully commanded the monster to retreat, according to PBS. In the 1930s, the legend of the Loch Ness Monster grew in popularity, and though some scientists claim the Loch Ness Monster to be a giant eel, the legend is still widely held onto today. In fact, Nessie has been estimated to bring Scotland
40.7 million pounds.
Oh, that's a pound?
Yeah, that's the pound sign.
Which is 50.6 million in American money, in tourism money annually.
Some people believe that Nessie is just a dinosaur, plesiosaurus, which
Bless me.
this thing said that they saw pictures of a creature with flippers, and the plesiosaur was thought to actually have flippers, somewhat large body, long neck, and extremely sharp teeth.
I will be right back.
I'm willing to bet that Nessie is a plesiosaur. Because, I mean, sharks descended from megalodons. Megalodons were a dinosaur. Alligators are still around. They had ancient ancestors that look pretty much the same as they do now. So,
And I'm back, sorry.
Some reptiles actually have a habit of living for really, really, really long times and not change that much in their evolution.
Ah, snake.
Scrolling.
I figured you would have done Bigfoot or Sasquatch. Well, I guess that's the same thing, isn't it?
Let's do this one. The Monkey Man of Delhi is said to be a tall gorilla-like creature that bites, scratches, and chases people. And then the picture that they have for it is monkeys crossing an electric wire. And one of them is playing with it, which I don't think that monkey should be messing with that. According to the Hindustan Times, in 2001, dozens of people in Delhi, India, reported that they were being terrorized by a tall, ape-like figure, who supposedly bit or scratched them before disappearing. It's said that 3 people died due to encounters with the mysterious Monkey Man of Delhi, including a pregnant woman who was chased by the creature and died falling down a staircase, and 2 men who jumped from balconies, according to Time, which is a magazine, Time magazines. Reports of the creature became less common following the alleged attacks in 2001, but the mystery surrounding the cryptid still keeps people talking today. Sounds like a grumpy old gorilla to me.
Look, up in the air. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Monkey Man!
Crossing electric wires.
Yeah. Saving the world from energy brownouts across the globe.
Snake.
Where are you scrolling to? Why are you going back up to the top?
Because I'm going to read Sasquatch or the Jersey Devil. I'm going to read Jersey Devil, and you're going to read another one, and I'm going to read Sasquatch, and then you're going to read another one, and then we're going to close the video. Okay?
Sounds good to me.
The Jersey Devil, a horned, winged, horse-like creature, is thought to roam somewhere in New Jersey forests. There's the Jersey Devil.
See, the description says horse-like, but the picture that they have looks nothing like a horse.
No, it doesn't. Also dubbed the Leeds Devil, this creature is thought of as a winged bipedal horse. By what?
Bipedal.
Bipedal horse. The flip is a bipedal horse.
I don't know what that means.
A combination that could be described as a horse-like creature with wings. But I thought a horse with wings is a Pegasus.
Yes, it is.
The story of the Jersey Devil has been around since the 1700s. The legend states that the woman named Mother Leeds became pregnant with her 13th child and said, "Let this one be the devil." Once the child was born, it grew hoofs, wings, horns, and a tail. It's believed that the legendary animal is indestructible and cannot die, despite being
Exercise.
shot,
Incinerated.
incinerated, and declared dead. The creature is said to have been spotted some 13 times in New Jersey. The state has embraced the legend so much that they named their hockey team after it. Why would a woman want her child to be a devil? That woman must have been crazy. Way crazier than this chick right here.
Scrolling.
Snake.
Scrolling. Still scrolling. Tablet's lagging because I'm scrolling too fast. Oop, that's the bottom. Let's go with this one. Cardborosaurus, also known as Caddy, is thought to be a snake-like sea creature that is 30 to 70 feet long. And then here's a picture of the supposed carcass of the Cardborosaurus from October 1937. I can't tell what anything in that is. I mean, I see a platform, there's like a long beat-up looking thing on it, but it's hard to tell what everything is because they didn't have color back then in their pictures.
It looks like a snake carcass. Snake.
Maybe it's a giant dead sea serpent.
Maybe it's just a dead fat man.
Yeah.
Doesn't even look like a man.
Did from my angle.
The legend of the Cardborosaurus, also called Caddy, dates back to 1937, when what's believed to be the creature's carcass was discovered in the stomach of a sperm whale in Naden Harbor, off the coast of British Columbia, Canada. Canada's Victoria News reports that sites of the Cardborosaurus described it as a 30 to 70 foot long snake-like sea animal with webbed feet and a head shaped like that of a horse. It's believed that Caddy lived in the Pacific Ocean, and many followers of the folklore believe that his descendants and relatives still lurk in those waters. So it's a long snake-like body. Its face looks kind of like a horse, and it's got webbed feet. It's just a giant sea lizard.
Weird.
30 to 70 feet long. That's big.
Mm-hmm.
You notice how most of these giant mutant type creatures come out of the ocean? Yeah, I'm not going near the ocean. No, thank you. Most of it's still undiscovered, and nobody knows where these things are coming from. No, thank you. I'm not doing boats. I'm not gonna fly over the ocean, and I ain't gonna stand near the ocean. I will stay as far away from it as possible, thank you very much.
Alright. This one's been a legend that's been around forever. Bigfoot. He is like the legendary hide-and-seek master right here. Bigfoot is thought to be a large, hairy, ape-like creature that lurks somewhere in North America. Here is the picture of Bigfoot. One of the most infamous legends is the tale of Bigfoot, which is purportedly?
Yeah, purportedly. No idea what that means.
I think it's a typo. It's supposed to be reportedly.
I don't know. Which is purportedly a large, hairy, ape-like creature that roams forests in the U.S. The search for Bigfoot, also called Sasquatch, makes this legend among the most discussed in America. Using data from the Bigfoot Field Researches Organization, which documents all reported Sasquatch spottings, Travel Channel found that there have been about 23,000 sightings of Bigfoot in the U.S. over the years, with Washington having 2,032 reports and California reporting 1,697 sightings. There have also been hundreds of supposed spottings of Sasquatch monster documented in Kentucky since the early 19th century. Most recently by a couple camping in Kentucky Mammoth Cave National Park, who were awoken by a man who claimed he saw the beast. You know what? If something wants to stay hidden, I don't like those documentaries where they go and they're trying to find Bigfoot. Leave him alone.
Yeah, you might make him angry.
You know, Grams and I wanted to go and find him just to hide him better so that nobody could find him. Or like, set up a trail so to take him off of Bigfoot's trail. So he would be left alone and left a mysterious legend.
I mean, honestly, if someone truly wanted to find him, they could use satellite imaging to find him.
Well, that's not very nice.
I mean, they waste time walking around with little cameras and stuff and
There's also,
infrared that can only go like 300 feet away.
There's also a guy that said that he dressed up in an ape costume and casted the feet to make the Bigfoot prints just so he could get money and trick people and start the legend of Bigfoot.
That's mean.
He was on Unsolved Mysteries.
That's mean. Okay.